It's a pro tip of the week.
Man, we are good at this. This is our first episode ever,
No,
episode 423, which is our first episode.
I think we need to do this. Oh, you're supposed to say welcome to the Notnerd podcast. But anyway.
Welcome to the Notnerd podcast. I'm Nate Heath, and we are here to help you tech better.
Right.
Here with me, as always, Mr. Dave Baylor with his pro tip for the week.
So at least we've got that down. What I started to say at the beginning of the podcast was oftentimes we have trouble managing the storage on our iOS devices. We run out of room due to pictures, applications, data for the applications. We get too much stuff going on. And so I thought today we would talk about keeping up with the storage on iOS, especially when it comes to music, because that's the example I'm going to use. So what you're going to want to do is go over to your old handy settings on your iOS device, and then you're going to want to go to General, and then inside of there you'll see iPhone storage, and it may look a little bit different for you. I'm running iOS 15, so it should be similar on 16 and 17 and even older phones. They haven't moved it around much, but if you click the storage, you can see I have a lot of stuff on here. I've got 4 gigs of photos, even though I use optimized storage on that. 4 gigs of messages, almost 1.5 gigs of music. Wise is using half a gigabyte, and so on and so forth with all of these apps. So with music, one of the things you can do is you can go inside the application by pressing on it. And one, you can offload the app to get rid of it altogether, or you can delete it. Well, delete it gets rid of it altogether. Offload leaves the icon, saves the data in the cloud, but otherwise deletes everything off the phone. Well, I wanted to let you know that in the main settings, there's also a music setting because they want to have it in 5 different places to make it easy on everybody. So in the main settings, go to music, and there are some options. Near the bottom on downloads, you'll see that I have 0 kilobytes downloaded because I have optimized storage on. And if I wanted to allocate 2 gigabytes, 4 gigabytes, 8 gigabytes, 16 gigabytes, it would. Let's say I chose 2 gigabytes. If I started downloading music that exceeded that, it's going to start deleting other songs so that I can add new songs. I just have it off and I'm streaming everything because I don't have a lot of storage on this old iPhone. So I'm going to leave it to none. And then you can turn optimized storage off altogether, and everything you download will just download. I do not recommend that unless you have a very large storage. Yes. So to recap, settings, general, if I can get up there, iPhone storage will let you see all your applications, what storage they're using, and give you the option to delete them right there or to offload them. And then as an alternative, you can go into the settings for each individual application and adjust the storage requirements there. Not all applications have that function, but many from Apple do.
Now, if you go into the music setting in there, I know you just took it off the screen.
There we go.
Ooh, look at that split. So if you click on music there under the iPhone storage, see, I think because you're on an older version, so when I go into music,
okay,
it gives me a little more information, including music that I have on the device, which I found out much to my surprise. I do have one song on my device. It's a Mad Russians Christmas instrumental from Trans-Siberian Orchestra, which is taking up 29.2 megabytes of storage on my phone.
Of course you do.
But the documents and data is taking up 1.1 gigabytes of information. So maybe if I go in the other way, let me see if it's different.
Well,
that your
there's
tip would be much better option than what I was doing.
there is the old bug of having the documents in storage where it just builds up and builds up and builds up,
Yeah.
and that's a whole nother matter, and we've discussed it before. But
Yeah, apparently it says that's my only downloaded music, which seems interesting. I thought I at least had the U2 album on there because that always likes to play. The one they gave us for
the
free
free
seems to
one,
always sneak back on there. But
yeah,
yeah, the old general iPhone storage is great because you might go in there and look and see, there's some game that's just taken up a massive amount. What was that game I told you I downloaded? The big platformer game that's out on the iPhone
Grand
now?
Theft Auto. No,
No, not that one. It's the
it's Devil May. No, no, I'm sorry.
Resident Evil
Resident Evil 4.
4,
Yeah,
which just to download is taking 13 gigabytes of data.
with a G.
13 with a T and
Oh,
a T, 13 gigabytes of data. But and then I realized looking in there, the Skyflow app that I use for time lapses, I
yeah,
have 28 gigabytes of time lapses in there, which I've also exported to my photo album. So it's good to look in there,
yeah.
especially I've got the 512 gigabyte phone because I didn't want to have to worry about it. But still, I could fill that up if I download Resident Evil a couple times.
Easy. And that's the side tip that you mentioned is your applications can store, especially like video and photo apps, they can store that content inside the application while either copying it to the Photos application or not. And so you don't see the photos in there, the videos in your main library, and you're like, "Oh, whatever." But then you go into your app and you're like, oh, there's like 20 gigs of stuff in here, which can be
Yes.
dangerous because if you delete the app with all that stuff in there, it's gone.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so
Yep.
make
I
sure you
think
have your
I've
workflow
think
set up.
I've done that before.
Yeah.
But that is a great tip because storage management is, especially if you have an older, smaller storage device. What would they used to sell 16 gigabytes? What is
Oh, yeah.
that phone that you had up
It's
there?
16 gigabytes.
Yeah, 16 gigabytes. That's like you could have Resident Evil 4 and nothing else on your phone.
Yeah. Here it
Ah,
is here. 15.8, iPhone 7. Oh, doesn't it show on here? I thought it did. Yeah. Oh, it's 32 gigabytes.
oh,
Oh,
32.
it's
Look at
so,
you.
and I have 5 gigs open. Look at all that space.
Yes, storage. We know that I like that as a digital hoarder.
Hmm.
Well, again, thank you for getting us started off with that tip. We're trying something a little different on the live show, give you some value right off the bat. But with that, Dave, I don't know if you notice that I'm not wearing a plaid shirt this evening.
No, you are not.
I dug out, I was going through some stuff and found my snowflake turtleneck, and I thought, you know what?
You're
We
a
just don't
precious
get enough
snowflake.
turtlenecks these days now that Steve Jobs is no longer with us. And so I thought maybe along with my hat, I'd start doing a turtleneck since we didn't have this kind of snow. We've had ice and ice pellets and supposed to have freezing rain as we speak and power outages, but we'll get all back to that later with maybe in our picks of the week.
Right.
And we also have some CES stuff to talk about because that finished up this last week. But Dave, you might be wondering what's on my hat, and you're like, hey,
I
finally,
am.
you're not wearing an all black hat. And I didn't have any more wintry
I'm
ones.
going to guess it's a summer one.
Get,
No.
it is not a summer one. It is a
Just married. Did you wear
just
this on
married
your wedding
trucker
day?
hat that my wife got us that we wore as we left our wedding 17 years ago this past Saturday. So
Yeah.
happy anniversary. She's put up with me for 17 years,
I
so
saw
she
the
should receive some sort of medal.
I saw the picture on Facebook and I was like, I went to that wedding, but did you Photoshop the church in the background? Because that's not the church I went to.
I thought it was going to be more obvious. Somebody did ask in the comments, and I thought this was kind of a good test. I'm glad you remembered to bring that up because, all these fake photos and AI photos, that one, I just took a photo from our wedding, cut out the background, and put in, is it St. Peter's in London?
Mm,
Wherever the royals get married at.
yeah.
So it's this majestic and it looks kind of fake, like to your eye, but if you're just scrolling through, and somebody asked, "Wow, what a beautiful picture. Where was that?" And I said, "Oh, it's St. Peter's in London, thanks to Photoshop." But I'm guessing the majority of people just were like, "Wow, they got married in a real cool church." So I should have
Yeah.
picked something even more obvious. Maybe next year I'll do that.
Notre
But
Dame or something like that.
a great reminder, just be a little skeptical of any images you see out
Hmm.
there, because maybe it is not where we got married. Yes, we got married at the Old Laurelhurst Church in
Hmm.
Portland, which is very nice. But yeah, 17 years. So I figured I'd dust this hat off. We wore it on our honeymoon, hoping that it would get us, like an upgrade on the flight or any of that stuff. But uh,
No,
didn't get much traction on that. Dave, did you happen to bring a mug?
I did bring a mug today. I do want to acknowledge Chris Kent, who says the church was sus, as the kids say.
Yes, yes, it
That's
was
what
very
adults say
sus.
now. The kids have stopped saying it. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, today I'm not
Oh,
endorsing this.
yeah. Just can you cross out the top part and then just leave the achieve anything on there
Yeah,
for KeyBank?
KeyBank mug. I'm not endorsing them because I actually don't really like them. But my daughter and
Support
I
your
went in.
large national banks.
Yeah, we went into KeyBank for something when my daughter was like, I don't know, like 10 or something like that. And there was like a spin the
Oh yeah, spin the
whatever,
wheel.
and she spun it and got this mug, and we're like, that's cool. And so to her, it's her mug because she was the one who spun it.
Ah,
And I keep thinking,
yes,
it's my mug because I'm the customer at the Key Bank.
yes,
You were just my
yes.
monkey who spun the thing, but we share it, I guess.
Very nice. Well, let us get into some follow up. We have a couple more fitting. We have a couple more anniversaries to
Mm.
discuss. The first one, we totally blew by it. Last week was the Not Nerd Podcast's eighth anniversary.
Can you believe
Uh,
that?
8 years
I
we've
thought it
been
was
doing
just 5 years a
this thing.
while back.
Yes, 8 years. We haven't missed a week yet. So that is how you get to 423 episodes. But
Yes.
yeah, notnerd.com. You can go back and listen to episode one if you dare.
Oh,
They're all there linked on the website.
so
But
here's a trick.
yeah,
If you click on one and you can't see it, but up in the title bar, if you change
yes.
404 to just
Pro
one,
tip.
it'll probably go right. Yeah, define
Yeah,
not
define not
nerd.
nerd.
Oh boy, wasn't video then, it was just audio.
No, just audio.
And it was terrible. What? Why is this
We talked
famous?
about where we went to college. It was all kinds of talking. It was a good introduction to us. So I will put a link in the show notes, because if you are newer to the podcast, you
Newer.
can go check out episode one and hear a little bit of our background.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it's oh, it's awful. But you know what? It's part of history. So,
it is. It is part of
hey,
history.
wait a minute.
Uh,
Didn't Steve Jobs go to Linfield?
no, he went to. Oh man,
What is the one here
not
in town?
Roth. It's the real liberal college in Portland.
I can't
Oh
remember what
man,
it
why
is.
can I not think of that? It's because you said something
I know.
that
Our, well,
Reed College. I
Reed
didn't even
College.
have to. I started typing in Steve Jobs and it came
Yeah.
back to me.
Well,
He attended
regardless.
Reed College for a while in Portland, which is a good transition to our next anniversary. Last week was the 17th anniversary of the iPhone, which
Mm,
so the iPhone was announced about a week before our wedding. So it was 2007 was off to an amazing start for me.
yeah.
We were going to get an iPhone, and I got married. But yeah, the first it was announced. I believe they were still doing MacWorld at that point, the MacWorld conference, and they announced it there
Why didn't we
during their
get our
keynote.
original iPhones out and show everybody since
Yeah, I've got mine right here, but they and I broke it. No, I didn't. There it is. There's that little gem with that pinhole camera on the back.
oh, the camera was so
They
terrible.
didn't come out until June of 2007, but they announced them then. Much like the Vision Pro, they announced last summer, and pre-orders go up this Friday. So if you're
Yeah.
looking to get a Vision Pro, uh, 5 a.m. Pacific time on Friday, pre-orders start. So just a
I've spent
quick
all my money
reminder
on
on
other
that.
stuff.
Yes,
So,
yes. So you can just use mine that I think I'm getting.
well, you better be quick on the draw.
Yes, yes. Well, another piece of follow-up last week, I believe it was, we were singing the praises of the free Copilot app from Microsoft, where you can do all the OpenAI, the Chat GPT,
And
and
they made
image
pictures of
generation.
castles.
Yes, all kinds of fun stuff. Well, it took them like 2 weeks, and now they've announced a pro plan for $20 per month per user. So I guess you had to see that coming, that they weren't going to keep it for free. Now, the
Free
$20
forever?
per
What?
month, um, you get some added features. So supposedly you'll still be able to use the current stuff for free.
Hmm.
But I was looking through it, and one of the things will be add-on GPTs. Um,
Okay.
OpenAI's announced that, and they just released that, and we will make mention of it later in the episode. But people can create their own, like it's basically an app store for different chats. So if you wanted a specialized one or different things like that, and then it'll also tie in better with Microsoft Office, apparently. But yeah, so the Copilot is their big thing. And I didn't put a link in the show notes, but they are literally, Microsoft is changing their keyboard layout for the first time in 30 years to add a Copilot button. So, like new computers that will be coming out,
Come on.
laptops and stuff will actually have a Copilot button on them.
And then
That's
there'll
how much they're digging into this.
and then there'll be a bunch of old keyboards that nobody wants to use because they have the stupid.
Did I lose you?
No,
Oh,
I'm hearing something else.
is
Uh,
someone?
I had my I had my chat window docked, and I wanted to thumbs up Chris Kent, and
Oh, yeah.
it started playing our podcast. So was it coming through the the
No,
speaker?
I didn't hear it on mine at least, but yes,
Yeah,
he did know the Reed College answer on Steve Jobs.
yeah.
So, uh,
Anyway, I was distracted because I was trying to. I didn't want to sign in, but anyway. But
yes.
can you still do all the stuff that you can do? This is just extra stuff.
I think so. They did make some mentions of the latest and greatest models, for the chat and for the image generation, but
Hmm.
you're on the current model, so I'm guessing just moving forward, like when ChatGPT 5 comes out, you might have to pay extra to get that right away.
Of course.
I didn't see all the details on it, but the free version is a lot of fun. Yumi and Wes were texting back and forth some creations that we were doing in there, and
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun to play around with. So Microsoft, they're going with Copilot. They're kind of putting a lot of focus on that to hopefully ride the AI train as far as they can.
Yes.
And then we've got a little crypto
Oh, do we?
watch. Yes. Um, and traders flock to U.S. crypto products after spot ETF Bitcoin approvals. To
Interesting.
which most would say, what in the world does that mean? Well, um, ETFs, what is it? I
WTF?
looked at
Oh,
WTFs, ETFs, exchange traded funds, something
yeah.
like that. It's
Electronic
basically,
transfer funds.
is
I
that
don't
what
know.
it is?
I think it's electronic transfer. I don't know. I
So
don't know.
the United States SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, uh, allowed companies to start doing these ETFs for Bitcoin. So what that means is now you're basically, as I was reading through, you're basically buying futures in
Mm,
Bitcoin. So instead of actually buying Bitcoin, you're buying a stock that is based on the price of Bitcoin. Now, Yeah, I don't know.
It's an
It's
exchange traded fund, is what it is.
fund. That's what it is. So like a mutual fund or something like that.
Yeah.
So on the stock market, you can now buy shares of Bitcoin.
Hmm.
Um,
Interesting.
if if you want to do that. Now they are very curious to see how the Bitcoin price is affected by that, which I will look up in my Bitcoin tracker app.
Oh yeah.
It is currently at $43,034.70. It's down about 500 from the one-day peak in the last 24 hours. If we look a little bit longer, it's been all the way up to almost 49,000 in the low of 39.5. So again, I have no idea what's going to happen with cryptocurrency.
Hmm.
It is mind boggling to me. You can find people that will tell you every possible scenario of what's going to happen, but now there's these ETFs. So if you want to invest in Bitcoin via an ETF, you can do that.
Yeah. Crazy. I was actually having I'm downloading Coinbase. We could in future shows show it with my little. Well, here it's actually downloaded. And I was just going to comment. I think I mentioned it the last time we talked about it. My Ethereum is almost up to where I'm even.
Oh,
Oh, I'm going to
almost back to
so
even.
much just get rid of it when that happens. Do you have to sign in to Coinbase to use it?
I
Come
don't
on.
know. I can't keep up with all the crypto apps and which ones
Oh,
still work and which ones
Raz
don't. And
assets. Well, anyway, who cares? I'm not going to sign
who
into this thing.
I've got some crypto out there in different places, but I just bought mine through the Robinhood app,
Hmm.
I believe, and you can buy partial bits and just buy and sell. I don't have a physical Bitcoin wallet
Yeah,
and all the crypto keys and that stuff because I was way late to the game.
I
Um,
almost turned on my Robinhood to show you, but then I remembered everybody will see how much money I've lost, so I don't want. I don't want to do
yes,
that.
yes, you don't want to do that. We'll work on a generic chart to show in the future for that.
Yeah.
Um, and speaking of the SEC, the Security and Exchange Commission,
Hmm.
their X account compromise was not due to any breach of X's systems, company says. So I think it was last week, all of a sudden there was an X that was X'd by the SEC on X of that invest in this Bitcoin thing or whatever. So their account was breached. Now, I'll remind you the name Security Exchange Commission.
Hmm.
They have tweeted in the past about how to make sure your accounts are secure and to practice this. They did not have two factor authentication turned on for their own X account.
So dumb.
A government organization that
It's
did
highly
not have
targeted.
two-factor authentication, so they got hacked. Somebody got in there and posted something that caused a lot of people to go invest in whatever it was, but it was just a scam. And come on, come on, government.
We
How
can
many
do better.
stories have we had?
We have the
I could have
power.
saved that for security and privacy, but figured it went along with that story. But yeah, they were because originally, they were like, well, X let somebody into our account. No, you just had probably password 123 and no two-factor turned on. So shame on you, SEC.
Yeah,
They were
totally.
too busy
Learn from their
allowing
mistakes.
Bitcoin ETFs to secure their account.
Yep.
Well, with that, it's time for everyone's favorite segment since we already did Dave's Pro Tip of the Week. It's time for just the headlines.
And look at that snowy
Oh,
wonderland
yes,
outside.
there is proof of our winter weather, our winter
Yes.
wonderland.
Hmm.
Ah, beautiful out there.
And it's
Okay,
icing up.
icing up. Yeah, we're supposed to have freezing rain this evening overnight, which is nasty. But you
And
know what's not nasty?
oh, what's that?
Just the headlines. AI girlfriend bots are already flooding OpenAI's GPT
How do you do that
store.
again, asking for friends?
Lazy use of AI leads to Amazon products called I cannot fulfill that request.
Sounds like me.
Technical glitch in payroll software sparks riots in Papua New Guinea.
Understandable.
Japan startup eyes fusion laser to shoot down space junk from ground.
What could go wrong?
Volkswagen says it's putting ChatGPT in its cars for enriching
No,
conversations.
thank you.
AI generated George Carlin drops comedy special.
No comment.
And those are just the headlines.
I actually do have a comment. I don't think his family was very pleased with that.
No, his family was not happy. I do want to watch it, but I think I first need to go watch one of his comedy specials from when he was alive. But
Yeah.
yes, we will be seeing more and more of that.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Fun stuff. But let us move on to our takes of the week.
And as we're moving into the takes, I reached out to our producer who
Yes.
forgot about the change in the podcast time.
Oh, producer Todd.
So,
Yes, we do. Maybe we should check in with him during our pre-show to make sure he remembers. That would be
yeah.
something we could add to our checklist.
Well, he's been trapped in the house
So,
for 5 days and doesn't know what day it is his problem.
well, there is that.
Yeah.
I am glad that I remembered it was Tuesday today. Well, this week we're going to do a little bit different. I found some articles with talking about different products from CES. So we're just going to kind of go through some of the gadgets. We talked about a couple of them last week that were kind of announced right before CES, but were there. But
Hmm.
the first article I found was the best tech gadgets of CES, which might give you a hint at the other articles I found. Now, it's funny, some of these gadgets show up on multiple lists depending on who you're talking to, but this one is
Right.
from popsci.com, Popular Science, and they've got the best new gadgets in tech from CES 2024. Their first one is the Withings, which I know of Withings, the Smart Scale, and they've done
Yeah.
some different health devices, but now they've got the BMO.
This sounds like a little
And
toy robot or something from
yes,
Star Wars.
Withings' newest BMO multiscope combines a thermometer, electrocardiogram, oximeter, and stethoscope into one device to provide more info for yourself and your telehealth visit. So it takes
Wow.
readings using these different sensors like photoplethysmography and electrodes.
What does that
There's some
do with
big words
smog
in there.
again?
But yeah, for $250, it's supposed to release in June following FDA clearance. But
Hmm.
um, some of those things you can already get with your Apple Watch. But having something that might, there's a lot of telehealth going on.
I just
And if you could get those readings and send them right to your doctor, that would be nice.
I want to point out that this article is trying to be very relevant for no
Oh,
reason
yeah.
whatsoever. For some of us, Kylie's song of summer, Padam Padam, I don't know who Kylie is, and I don't know what Padam Padam is. So,
I'm a DJ and I don't know what that song is,
what
but
in the
yes, this
world?
article from Popular Science tries to be very snarky and hip
Hip.
throughout with their little subheadings and some of
Wow.
their text. It's like, just give me the details. The
Just the
next one is
headlines.
the, yeah, just the details. A fitness tracker, emphasis on the fit, the Garmin HRM Fit. So it's a heart rate monitor for women,
Oh,
but it
that sounds a
captures
little
more accurate
racist.
heart rate and it attaches to your sports bra,
Why can't a
I
guy use
guess.
this?
I do not know.
Don't
I
assume
do
my
not know.
undergarments.
But if you, yeah, that one I'm like, that's the best tech that you have coming
Yeah,
out of CES. Come
she's got a
on.
smartwatch on too that does the same thing, which is funny.
Yes. The next one's a ThinkBook hybrid laptop computer something. Who cares? A secure
Mm.
door for the pets you adore, Popport, which is a secure pet door, motorized pet door, and app, with the former being ready to pre-order. The door itself looks sleek and stylish and attaches to existing pet door frames. It also comes with a lightweight tag for your pet. The tag connects to the door and only opens when your pet is nearby. Pet
Well,
parents can track their precious pooches, remotely manage doors, and set up access schedules for multiple pets through the Popport app.
I do like the name and the design
Yeah.
is cool, but why don't they have Retina thing on
Oh,
there so they
yes.
can just look in the thing and it'll let them in?
Yes. Yes. Our
You're not
next
trying hard
one,
enough.
a projector with a wide range of theater level specs, the Xini Horizon Max 4K projector,
That
which
doesn't
looks
look
like
like a
some sort of
projector.
robotic IMAX.
It looks
Uh,
like an air conditioner.
I'm going to guess that thing costs
All
more
right.
money or about as much money as we make in a year. So we'll go to the next one, which does intrigue me. And this headline again,
Oh,
here's their cleverness. For when slow and low is the tempo, the GE Profile Smart Indoor Smoker.
okay. Well, before we talk more about this smoker, because I know that PDX Fast Foodie could talk all day about it, producer Todd has joined us, and it says it's Kylie
Oh, Minogue.
Minogue Manajuga uh, with us, that Mexican town, the town of
Yes, Baklava. Yes,
enormously popular pop singer. What? Since the 80s?
yes,
What? All over the world except for the America. She did sing the cover of Locomotion in the 90s, which was okay. I remember
yes,
that song.
yes. I know who she is, but you can't just give me Kylie on Kylie Minogue because I'm gonna assume you're talking about Kylie Jenner,
Yeah.
who I hope does not start making music.
Well, I was
So
like, I didn't know she sings, but I also don't know anything about that terrible family. But go on.
you're better off for it. But now that producer Todd has joined us, back to the smart indoor smoker. So obviously, a traditional uh, meat smoker.
Oh, look at
You,
that meat. Looks
I
so
barely.
delicious.
Uh, you get a lot of smoke with a smoker if you
Oh,
could figure that out.
huh.
So these
Interesting.
indoor smokers where you could smoke meat inside, not have to go out where it's currently 27 degrees here. It would be interesting if Chris is still with us, what the temperature is like in New York right now, because I
Mm.
know it has been uh, cold all over the country. Actually, quick sidestep, I saw this yesterday. Somebody showed a map of the United States with all the temperatures. If you use the it feels like temperature that was on this map,
Mm-hmm.
there was nearly 150-degree range in the continental United States yesterday. In
Wow.
North Dakota, it was like -70 with the wind chill factor, and the southern tip of Florida was at like 75 degrees.
That's
That is
crazy.
mind-boggling to think 150-degree range within our country.
Yeah.
Fun
We have
fact
a
of the
very
day.
large country.
Yes, yes.
And right now,
But
27
yeah,
with flurries. You can see that.
indoor smoker. I've not gotten. I as PDX fast foodie, I enjoy eating smoked meat, but I think I tried it once on the barbecue with some wood chips and stuff. I would rather just enjoy the meat, but being able
Mm.
to do it indoors or, in a much smaller space than a big old Traeger,
Wait a
I'm
minute. I thought
curious.
we spent decades getting rid of indoor smokers.
Yes, yes.
Oh, that's something
A
else.
non-smoking section. I am
Yeah.
curious what the price will be. That's the thing on a lot of these CES things I saw. The prices are just outrageous, and then it's a matter if it even comes out on a lot of the things. It's
Yeah.
a lot of prototype type stuff. But let
True.
us keep moving through the list. Another laptop with a dual screen. Who cares? Some sort of connected lock with face
Oh,
recognition.
this guys need to talk to the dog door guys. That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah. They need to pair up. Now, the one that got a ton of press
Yeah.
is the LG Signature OLED T transparent 4K TV,
Yeah.
which is an OLED 4K TV that is transparent. Now, Dave, besides looking really cool,
Hmm.
why would somebody want this?
Well, You would have never thought of this, but because it looks really cool. Wait, did you just say that?
Oh, okay.
So I can
Yes.
imagine having one of these that's like this high and maybe 4 foot wide, and it's
Yeah.
got flames, like
Oh,
that's a
yeah. Yeah.
fireplace, and then maybe 2 inches behind it is another one with flames, so that you have a
Oh, you get the,
parallax
yeah.
type interaction, stuff like that, or an aquarium where there's fish in this one, and then behind it's more fish. So to give you a kind of a pseudo 3D effect,
Yes.
but it would
Yes.
cost a lot of money to do so.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I forget how much this one is,
Yeah.
but
Or
again, more than you want to spend. It will function as a regular TV and then it'll turn
yeah,
translucent so you can do some of those fun
and
effects.
I can imagine in some corporate environments, let's say some fancy place like Tesla or Nike or something, maybe there's a conference room window that
Mm.
has
Oh,
the
yes.
schedule, but you can still see in, and it
Yeah.
could maybe block it out if you wanted privacy, but it could open up and it could have the weather on it, or stuff like that. A smart display that's also a window.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's my idea.
The next one, a Belkin Auto Tracking Stand Pro. You've got your 360 camera. It
Hmm.
basically you put your phone on there and it'll track you to record stuff.
Oh,
I don't know.
what did you mention? Did you
The
say
Belkin.
a
Oh
360
yeah,
camera?
the Insta 360. Well, hey,
Hey,
oh,
there
you
it
could do
is.
things like that.
You can get my beer gut. You can get
Yeah.
my Xbox back here going. You can see all my cables here with my Insta
Oh,
360 camera.
yes.
So, yeah,
The cable
there you go.
cam.
Cable
Yes, so
cam.
I would recommend that over this Belkin thing.
Yeah.
The next one, again, their subheadline, an AI powered way to get up close and personal with the night sky. So it's a telescope. Oh, don't call it a telescope. It says right
Oh,
there.
really?
Celestron calls the Origin the first intelligent home observatory.
Okay, that is dumb. It's a telescope.
Yes, but it's got AI. So it will, I guess it
Oh,
could track where it should point in the sky to see different things.
it probably
And
does.
it's
So it's
got,
on a gimbal, and you point on Sagittarius, and then it turns that way, and so
yes,
I mean, I would love to have one of these things, but yeah,
yes.
it's cool.
Again, price
What's AI have to do with
prohibitive.
it?
I think for automatically locating objects, and it will connect to a mobile app and schedule it to take images of an object.
I
Okay,
mean,
but don't you want to just look at it yourself?
yeah, but if you have well, I'm sure there's a sensor on it that you could display it on the screen, but
Yeah,
like the live image on the screen. But the thing is, you could just have a list of objects and you press
yes,
a button. You don't need AI to do this. Anyway, I
yes.
don't know how it works.
The next one is some Swarovski Optic AX Vizio, which are
Swarovski, yeah.
$5,4800 AI powered binoculars.
How much? Come
$4,800.
on.
It can capture images
That's more than
and
that
videos of
smoker,
wildlife
probably.
as you observe it. Connect the AX Vizio to Swarovski's app to share images or get more information about the animals in the frame. It's
I'm,
like having a little birding expert in your pocket for
I'm going to
five
save you.
thousand
I'm
dollars.
going to save you four of those $5,000. Buy one of these. Doesn't matter which one. Oh, sorry. Buy one of these. Doesn't matter which one. Take a picture of the thing and then use the little
Yeah,
built-in
the
Google
built-in
or
thing.
Apple AI, and it'll identify it for you.
Yes, yes.
What
Uh,
else we got on there?
we've talked about smart picture frames. Well, Samsung, and you have the Samsung Frame TV. Well, now they
Hmm.
have the Samsung Music Frame, which
What?
is a square device where you can show the album art while you're listening to music on a frame. Supposedly it has pretty good audio, but uh, why we have so many ways to play music. Why would you do that? Uh, the
Craziness.
next The next one I could have used, the EcoFlow Delta Pro Ultra, a whole home battery backup system.
Yeah.
To again, expensive. I feel like this article is the what are the most expensive things at CES?
Well, how many
Um,
more are left? We're not going to have a 10-hour show here.
no, we're going quick. The next one we'll see again in another article. Some Sennheiser earbuds, another grill. I'm looking through, I mean, a lot of this stuff, another TV. Oh, I do want to get down to, if you can scroll down to, there's an orange image, a couple down from that, the Rabbit R1,
Oh,
which
yes.
is a very curious device. It is a personal assistant, $199. It's an AI powered device, but the design is very cool. It's got a little roller knob. It's
I've
got a
got
little
one of these.
camera, very much like your
My little
Playdate.
thing. What is this called?
Yes,
Play date. Yeah, yeah, you said it.
Playdate with the crank
With
on
the
the
crank.
side. And I think some of the same people were in this. So
Yeah, teenage
$200
design.
for this device. You can do all kinds of AI stuff with it. Apparently, they sold out of the first 10,000, and they've sold another 10,000. But you get apparently unlimited AI service through it.
Apparently.
Um, Besides being cute, again, I have my phone. I
Yeah,
think it's
so
part of the whole, you don't want to carry your phone around anymore.
I mean, so this thing, this Playdate is a curiosity. It's a video game
Yes,
system. It does things differently, and so it's just a cool gadget to have. And
yes.
I mean, what did it cost?
They're very
100
expensive
bucks.
fidget toys, is
Yeah,
what they
they're fidget
are.
toys. But this thing, um, it has a camera, right? And that scroll wheel. And does
Yeah.
it just listen to your voice and you ask it to do chat GPT stuff and it spits it out?
Yeah, I was gonna go watch their little
Maybe
intro
we
video
should
on it. I
sometime
watched
go
some
watch it.
shorter videos, but yeah, like you can, do your scheduling and ask it questions and stuff. But
Hmm.
it looks cool, but for $200, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we'll
I
see.
don't know.
I'm
Yes,
gonna
and I'm
watch the
I'm
video, and if it's cool, I'll buy one.
yeah. There's a couple other products on there, nothing that really grabbed my eye. Let's move on to the next article, which is the weirdest tech and gadgets at CES 2024. This is when it gets good. This is
Mm-hmm.
from Engadget. Um, the the first one is Sightful's Spacetop AR laptop, which looks like a laptop that somebody just chopped the screen off, and then you have AR goggles, which just seems awkward.
Is that thing at the top so that you can put the goggles in it? I don't
I
understand.
I don't know. It's got like a little half ledge on
That
it.
must
Maybe,
be the.
I bet you that folds down to protect your
Yeah,
glasses
you
when
think
you're
you put the
not
glasses in
using
there and
it.
it covers them up.
Yeah, and it says high price. The next one is the Samsung Bali, which I did hear some buzz about.
Hmm.
Roll around its demo area. It's a little rolling robot that has a projector on it. So
Oh,
they say in this article, all the CES snark, but it's still pretty weird to have a tiny robot follow you around so it can project a workout video on the ceiling while you work your abs.
okay.
The next one, these ones look cool. The Shift Robotics Moonwalkers.
They're like
They look
robotic
like
roller skates.
a kind of like a keen sandal with some wheels under it. And I saw some video of people trying these out. So it basically it makes you glide, but they've got sensors in them to kind of make it work. But $1,400.
What? That's just nuts. Why?
And we mentioned in just the headlines, Volkswagen's ChatGPT generated dinosaur story, so it'll tell
Hmm.
you a story while you're driving. There's a piano for dogs. Oh, a AI cat door to go along with your AI dog door.
Okay.
Uh, a very creepy AI CPR dummy.
Oh boy,
Yeah, all this stuff. Lots of gadgets.
that is
I did
weird.
not see anything. There's one that I didn't see on either of these lists. It's the $20,000 folding TV. So
Oh,
basically, if you imagine some pocket doors, like, and I guess it's super slow to open,
yeah. It's
and they
you
were
put
only
it
doing like a
away.
demo once an hour there. It's like
So
$20,000 for a TV.
a couple years ago, they debuted those rollable ones, which is the TV's like it's in a
Oh
box
yeah,
and then it's
yeah,
all rolled up and then it goes. Brrrr.
yeah. Basically
So
like a projector screen type thing.
kind of, or it does a thing like this and it lifts up. But
Yes.
the problem I see with those is like in our bedroom, if we were to have one, the wife would be like, "Oh, we it looks good, it's out of the way, it's not there.
Yeah.
But if we had a TV in our room, we're going to want to watch it every day when we're in there. It's going to be
Yeah.
rare. So it would always be up. So what's the
Yeah.
point of getting one that stows? Who's going in your bedroom to see that there's no TV in there?
To
Crazy.
be able to show off that your TV can do that. But
I
again,
guess.
yes, a solution without a problem.
Totally.
Uh, well, and to get our security and privacy section into the takes, I saw this report all over the place, and from Fast Company. These are the most dangerous products from CES 2024, according to privacy and environmental advocates.
Ooh.
Man, that sounder is long.
Well, you just talk over it. It goes way
Yes,
low. But yes, it is long. Still going. 2 more seconds, and it's done.
there we go. But mostly this article is talking about just like the AI in the cars and Alexa being built into cars and people being able to track that. But I skipped over those Sennheiser earbuds, which are apparently amazing, but they're over $300.
Oof.
And it's like after 2 years, they're just going to become garbage, much like my stack of AirPods, which I
Yeah.
should create a craft project out of those or
But
something. But
250 is
yeah,
the max on those, often on sale, and that's pushing it.
yes,
But 300, no
yes.
way.
But yeah, so the car tech is what they're talking a lot about,
Mm.
just because that. And then there is who asked for more grocery ads. There is a Instacart's AI powered shopping cart
Mm.
where you'll get advertisements equipped with
No.
cameras and sensors. The cart has a screen that will share real time recommendations based on what the customer put in the cart, like advertising ice cream if a customer buys cones.
What in the world?
Why?
This is this is a real world implementation of your Amazon shopping cart,
Yes.
or just
Well,
throws a
yes,
bunch of
yes. We're
crap in there.
already getting this online. They're just trying to transition it into the grocery store. And then the last one they talk about is a new robot vacuums and macrowave,
Ooh, I don't know what a
but having all
macrowave
these
is.
sensors and everything in your house, and where is that data going? But yeah, the macrowave combines a microwave with a convection oven.
That's a
Uh,
terrible name.
yes,
It's not accurate.
macrowave. Yes.
Mm.
$1,800 for that. But so I guess the summary is
Hmm.
I couldn't find the articles on the coolest, cheapest gadgets at CES, which is why, Dave, we're going to go next year. No doubt about it. We've got to get to CES. I don't care if we have to break in through a back door or sneak in somebody's suitcase.
Hey,
We've got to
just
get down there to bring the real CES to the people. None of this $20,000 TV stuff. It's
just
ridiculous.
grab a ladder, and people let you in anywhere.
Yes,
Get a
yes. Well,
safety
after
vest and
that,
a ladder.
let us do our bonus odd take. This is a fun, simple site that if you need to rig a coin flip, you go to riggedcoinflip.com and you can choose head or tails and then do go. So you probably wouldn't want to show that part to somebody. But
Oh,
let's say you have a kid and they're like, hey, I want to go to Disneyland. It's like, okay, let's flip a coin. Well, I'm going
oh,
to. If
oh. Here,
it's
so here we
tails,
go.
we're not going to go to Disneyland, and every time it will do what you want.
Oh, wow. That's,
So
I mean, that's evil right
riggedcoinflip.com,
there.
a little helpful tool if you need it.
We're supposed to help people tech better, not be evil to their
Hey,
children.
no, no, you could just I do not condone being evil or tricking people. I just wanted to let people know that this exists.
Okay, well,
And if you
as
need to
we've
get out of a Disneyland trip and this will do it,
well, actually,
uh
we've talked about this before. Technology is inert. It is neither good nor evil. It's what you
yeah,
do with it. And
what
so you
you
could do good
do with
things
it.
with this, like, hey, random stranger on the street, I'm going to flip this thing, and if it lands on heads, I'm going to give you $5, and it always lands on heads. You
Yes,
know,
yes, there
I'm
you
just
go.
spitballing.
Well, you know what else is inert? Our picks of the week.
It feels like it's been so long since we started this podcast that I've forgotten what my pick of the week was. And I have it on that spreadsheet that I'm going to vamp.
We
for a
should start
moment.
doing like show notes where we
Oh,
could have what we're going to talk about in
oh,
there.
here it is. It was the my computer's not working right. Oh, and the link didn't work, of
You
course.
must
So
really love this product.
yeah, no, I remember what it is, and I can't show it to you, so I'm gonna have to go to my account here. I'm gonna show it to you. It's the Govee. Oh, I'm stuttering because it's a big word. It's a Govee e-ink Bluetooth thermometer hydrometer digital indoor wireless temperature humidity sensor with alert notification, 1 year lifetime battery free data storage, number one pack with
Ooh,
battery. And here it is, for those of you wondering.
nice.
I have this wooden box with the hinge that you put in long cylindrical shaped
Leaves,
leaf
dried
products,
leaves. Yes.
and I never, it's got a little, what do you
Oh,
call
yeah,
them?
the little
A
10
little
cent
meter in
dial on
there.
there,
It's like
humidify.
stuck on something. It never
Yes.
deviates. And so I don't know what the humidity level inside this. I'll just spoil the beans. It's a humidor. So this product I put inside, and with my phone, and I can try it. It's a Bluetooth, so it doesn't go very far. But with my phone, I can see what the temperature and humidity is. And what's
Oh,
great about it, and I don't have this phone hooked up right now, so I'll just show you. But what's kind of great about it is it's got the temperature, which is too low, and the humidity. You
yes.
kind of want them at 70 and 70, but it's winter, right?
Yes.
Uh, but you can look at the history, and I'm going to zoom out here. We can look at the day history. Let's look at the week history. So if you wanted to use this as an actual thermometer, it'd be kind of good. So there's the thermometer and there's the humidity, and you can look at the dew point and all that stuff. Now, why did I choose this one over others? Well, one, it was relatively affordable. It's like 15, 16 bucks. Oh, and it looks like
Yeah.
there's a 50% off coupon. Dang it.
Oh, what?
Maybe I need to buy another one. What the heck? But they're yay big, and I love e-ink. I don't know if you know this, Nate. I got some Kindles. I got one or two Kindles. I'm thinking about buying
Yeah.
a color
You need a few more Kindles.
e-ink thing. So e-ink is that technology that looks like paper, basically. It's a non-projected light. It's a reflected light. So this is an e-ink thing, which is cool because it uses very little power. It only uses power to switch the pixels. It's kind of like OLED. It's just
Ah,
always off unless well, OLED is on the pixels you can see. But this
yes.
thing, it switches its state and then the power goes off. So it lasts like 2 years, as
Nice.
the thing says.
Very cool.
Anyway, I might get a couple more because why not?
Yeah, why not at that price? I might have to get one of those as well. Well, my pick of the week, I put in the show notes electricity. Uh, our power was out for about 16 hours
Yes.
on Saturday. Luckily, we have a gas fireplace and gas hot water heater, so those continue to work. But also, luckily, for Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
my wife purchased for me this bad boy,
Oh boy, look at that.
which is the BLUETTI EB3A 56, or wait, what is it? Let me pull it up. 268 watt hours
Mm-hmm.
battery thing. So if you look at this, it is
It's
not light.
heavy.
There are two regular outlets. There's a light, which always cracks me up. It's got a nice digital display.
Mm-hmm.
I've got it charged up just in case it goes out again. You can use, there is a car cigarette lighter. There's a couple USBs there.
It looks like there's
You
some
can
barrel
use as a
connectors too.
stand. Yeah, yes, it does have a couple there, which are the 12 volt DC 10 amp. It's got USB-C, and then it's got a regular computer cable thing there to charge it, but it also, you can get a solar kit. I did not get the solar kit there, but This thing charged a lot of devices for us Saturday. It
Mm-hmm.
also, we were able to use the rice cooker because that's what Isla
Oh,
decided she wanted to eat.
yeah.
So we were able to cook some rice for her,
Nice.
and it only got down to about 60%. So these ones, if you can get a good deal, about $200. It looks like that's what it is right now. There's different sizes.
Yeah.
I wanted one for like DJing or for camping or something, but I also wanted one apparently for power outages.
Hmm.
So
Excellent.
it worked very well. And as far as lighting went during the power outage, thank you to Newer, I was
Mm-hmm.
able to use these large battery powered LED lights so our living room felt like normal. Uh,
That's
the
great.
advantage to stocking up on battery packs and newer devices and lighting and all kinds of stuff worked out very well for me. So that
S-
is my pick of the week. It came in very handy.
And I don't want to forget our viewers right now. Chris Kent um, says that that song "Can't Get You Out of My Head" is
Can't get you out of my head.
I don't know what that
Kylie
is.
Minogue.
If it's not Frank Sinatra, I don't know who it is. Anything after Frank Sinatra, I don't know about. I'm kidding. And then he says, seems like there was a time when you would guess each other's price of the picks of the week. There was a time, Chris. Should we go back to that?
The problem
Like and
is we're
subscribe
usually
below. Comment if you think we should do that.
the problem is our show is usually at about an hour when we get to our picks of the week, so we try to move through them a little
Yeah.
faster. I will say my BLUETTI,
Your what?
Blue TTI is the brand
Oh, the
name,
brand.
has 4.5 stars on 4,115 ratings.
Mm.
So I think I saw it through a DJ group. Somebody recommended it, so I'd added it to my wish list, and then
Now,
it came under the Christmas tree.
Anchor makes those, and I've been
Yes.
eyeballing the Anchor branded ones as well. So,
Yes, I think the BLUETTI is a very nice price point compared to the Anchor, but they have one here that's about the same for $169. Doesn't
hmm,
have as many outlets as mine does, but I think they do have. There's one for $650 with 6 outlets.
yikes.
And basically, I realized it's kind of a modern UPS, universal power supply, like you might have under your desk at
Hmm.
work,
Now,
where
does
some
it
of the
do fast
plugs
switching though?
are
You know what I
fast
mean?
switching.
Like if you have something plugged, if it's plugged in and charging and powering a lamp, if the power goes out, will it continue to power the lamp or will you have to go in and turn it on because it
I
shut
I
off?
believe it does. I
Okay, so you could use
cannot
it as a UPS.
guarantee that, but I can guarantee that we've got a Ramazon pick of the week
Did you
or
say
purchase of the
Ramazon
week.
pick of the week?
Ramazon. The Ramazon, there it is. And we love it when you guys go to notpicks.com. You can pick up either of these picks. We'll get the links up there or past picks. But people also buy other random stuff through our affiliate link. And I like to go in and see what
Yes,
they
they do.
bought. And this week we have the Victor M156 20 metal pedal sustainably sourced FSC wood snap mousetrap 20 traps.
Dang. Now, this is no longer available in this
Yeah,
quantity or brand, but
sold out.
that's a lot of mouse traps.
Yeah, it looks like there's one option for 23.48, but I don't know necessarily what the price is. But somebody has a
Oh,
mouse
here we go.
problem. If it was you, let us know because I would love to hear from you. It looks like about $20. Well, it was way down on price
Why wouldn't
according to
you?
Camel,
Oh, there
but
must have been a sale. But you could buy 20 for $23, or you could buy 64 for $30.99. Oh my gosh, it's just
wow.
like drink options at the Quick Trip down the street. You can get one of them for a dollar, or you
Yes.
can get the mega one for $1.10.
Yes, yes. Mousetrap, something I fortunately have not had to purchase. But hey, if you need mousetraps, go over to notpicks.com, click through the Amazon link, pick them up,
Yeah,
and the mouse is gone.
I feel like I've seen that Victor brand before.
Yes, yes. I think they are a very popular brand of
Yeah.
mousetraps. For if we have any mousetrap fans, I I feel like producer Todd has a collection of mousetraps somewhere.
Probably. Look at these. They have
Oh,
like that little plastic thing that replaced the little metal pedestal.
yes,
I wonder why the change. Must be cheaper to create. Oh, what
cheaper.
is this guy's
And
got another
they do
video.
have sustainably sourced FSC wood.
Yeah.
So it's good that our mousetrap industry is embracing sustainably sourced
Well,
materials.
I'm a little bit disappointed to see that piece of plastic on that one because
Yeah,
all metal and wood is highly recyclable and
yes.
disposable. You add plastic on it, why would you do that? Come
I
on,
don't know.
Victor, you're better than this. Oh,
Yes, write a letter to Victor on our behalf.
I
Chris
want to see
says they're
this
also
lady get her
good for
finger
home
caught.
protection.
Whew, look at that, man. That's just,
Ah,
you cannot build a better mousetrap. That's amazing.
yes,
I could,
yes, you can't.
I watch YouTube all day long, and it's hard for me to turn my eyes away from that. So I'm going to close the link.
Yes,
There we
yes,
go.
no more mousetrap videos. And with that, we will wrap up this episode. We just passed an hour, but thanks to those who joined us live, who are watching on YouTube later. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, ring that little bell so you'll get a reminder, Todd, when
Mm-hmm.
we go live. All of that good stuff. And we're also in the podcast apps, notnerd.com, notpicks.com, all the
Everything.
social medias. We're everywhere. Find us so that you can get out there and tech better.